How great is your love for me? I want you to sing just those 3 lines, all the same note. How wide, how wide, how deep, how deep, how great, how great is your love, is your love for me. Let's sing it loud because I want to do something different. How wide, how wide is your love? How deep is your love for me? Yeah. How great is your love? Is your love for me? So when my daughter was just a little baby, she's 18 years old now, and she was, I don't know, and still in a car seat. She had this unique quality, several, but this is the one I remember at the moment. She was horrified of the car wash. Okay, so she thought a gigantic, mean monster was eating our car, and she would scream like there was no life left. Okay, and now if you go to a car wash, do you notice lots of times they got like rainbow color soap? I think it's because of kids like my girl, right? Because they're trying to say, see, it's a happy monster, happy monster. All right. So what happens is, one day I just stopped taking her to the car wash because it was a very traumatic experience for everyone in the car. And one day I just forgot. I got the gas, I punched in the code, I said, yes, you need a car wash, and I'm in line, and our car gets hooked into those little wheels, so now there's nothing I can do, right? And we start to go in, and from the back of the car I hear, Daddy, where are we going? And I'm thinking, oh, dang, okay, hey honey, we're just gonna, there was nothing I could say, right? Like, her eyes are getting bigger, she's like, Daddy, Daddy! And I'm like, okay, come up here with me, come up here. And I'm trying to, like, we're getting eaten, by the car wash, and she starts to scream, and I undo the thing, and she leaps over the seat, okay, and right into my lap. And she, it's gonna mess up my mic, she grabs my face like this, okay? This little 4-year-old was like, Daddy, look at me, Daddy, look at me. So I look at her and go, you're okay, Julia, you're okay, you're gonna be okay. And I start to look away, she goes, no, look at me, look at me. Okay. So this little baby is in my lap, okay, and I look in her eyes, and in that instant, I realized what she was saying. She wasn't saying, take a look at me. She wasn't saying, take a look and see me. She was saying, look at me. Stare into my eyes, because as long as I'm looking at you, I know I'm going to be okay. That's what she was saying. And so, I know it's a little bit of an all moment, okay, but the truth is, I have like 3 thoughts after they were done. One is that God loves us so much. And sometimes, like in that little drama acted out before they talked, we let the world convince us that other ways are cooler and better and they feel good. If I could change the word love, every time Jesus says love in the Bible, if I could change one word in the Bible, which would be pretty arrogant. All right, but if I could change one word in the Bible, every time that Jesus says love, I would change that word to the words ultimate respect. God calls us to have ultimate respect for Him, for each other, forever. Love is ultimate respect. Looking at you and loving you isn't thinking that you're cute or anything like that. Loving you is having ultimate respect for you and wanting what's best for you, even if it makes a sacrifice for me. And when Christina said, when you're standing at the altar on the day that you get married, who will be laughing? And I really believe that. Who will be laughing when you've lived with integrity? Who in your life has ever looked back and go, oh, dang, I should have done the right thing? Have you ever heard anyone ever say that? Of course not. Those moments are hard. But when we trust in God to take us there, miracles happen. Miracles happen in our life. And I look at them as a couple and I go, God took 2 people and made a miracle happen. And it wasn't because they're special or unique or better than anyone else. It's because they just trusted God and they gazed into His eyes and they said, look at me and show me that you're there and reign in my heart. And that's what I really believe for us to do. It's not a gigantic step. It's just saying, Lord, I need to let you love me more than anything else. And I need to trust in you. I need to trust in you. Sing the words of the song one more time. And do it not because I said so, but because we're praying, Lord, yours is the love that I'm looking for. I used to have this bracelet that said, family on it. Forget about me, I love you. That's what it stands for. And you know what mostly we settle for? Forget about you, I love you. That's what we settle for. Mostly, I'm a youth minister, I've seen this too many times, you know? When the guy corners a girl in a tough spot and says, come on, if you love me, he's not saying, forget about me, I love you, I want what's very best for you. He's saying, forget about you. I love me. I love me. Do this, and maybe I'll even let you do it now. That's what he's saying. And that is not love. That is not love. Amazed by you, Lord, I'm amazed by you, Lord, I'm amazed by you, how you love me, how wide is your love, how deep is your love for me? Yes. How great is your love for me? Okay, my favorite story in the Bible would have to be the story of the prodigal son. Because here's what happens. You know the story, so I'm going to just not tell it in great detail. The son has blown it. He's done everything wrong. He took half of his father's estate. He ran off, wasted it in wild living, which probably sounds a little bit about like what some of the stuff Jason was talking about. And when it was over, he had nothing. He had no money, he had no food, there was a great famine, and he was feeding pigs for a living, and it says specifically, the farmer would not even give him the slop that he was feeding the pigs to eat, which basically means the farmer's taking a look and going, I sell the pigs and make money, the guy I have no use for. So if one of them's going to die, I'd rather it be the guy. And that's about as low as it gets, right? And so he goes home, humiliated and embarrassed. And he goes, you know what? I've got to go home and tell my daddy, forgive me. Forgive me. I've sinned against you. I've sinned against God. I don't even deserve to be called your son. Just make me a higher hand. And he doesn't ever get home. It's an important point. My friend always says they should really call it the story of the running father. Because in the story, it says while he was still a long way off, the father saw him and ran to him and embraced him and put a ring on his finger, shoes on his feet. Okay, why did he put a ring on his finger? Did he look at his long-lost son and say, dude, you need some bling? No, okay, that's not the deal. The ring bore the crest of the family. And so before the son spit out this stupid speech he'd been practicing all the way home, Father, forgive me, I've sinned against you, I've sinned against God, I don't even deserve to be called your son. Before he could get a word out, the father embraced him, put a ring on his finger and said, you are mine. You belong to me and no one else, and nothing you do and nowhere you've been can ever make you not my child. You are my child. And I really believe there are people here tonight that God is fighting for you. God is fighting for you. You are in the same place Kristalina was in when she shared really honestly and beautifully her life not so long ago. And God is fighting for your heart and your soul. And there is no love that any guy is going to give you that is going to do anything more, can even approach the love that God has for you, the life he has planned for you, the person he has planned for you one day, and to leave that to anyone else. Is to make a huge mistake. Let God be that love. Let God be that love that heals you. I said this last night, I'll say it tonight, maybe as we're singing every night tomorrow too. I'm a dad, I have a daughter. I'm a really nice guy, but apparently I'm pretty tough on our boyfriends. I don't mean to be, but whenever they leave, everyone looks at me like, oh, you were so mean, you know? And I just said, do that and die. That's all I said. I don't know. I think it was that mean, you know?
Do that, you die.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. There's nothing I wouldn't do to save her from the hurt and the pain that could happen. And not your dad, if I was that person, I would dive in. And I would do what I could to say to you, I don't even know you and I love you, and it's not because I'm special. It's because the word love means the words ultimate respect. And I have ultimate respect for you because God made you and you deserve it. And that's how we're all called to live. That's how we're called to live.